line. Take the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Take the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We are live here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway with Wiz Showcase of the East Coast Racing Circuit Tour as our truck drivers come to you live here tonight for an all-out battle in amongst themselves and the racing. Again, everyone, I'm Christian, the Crusader driver. Welcome back to doubleheader night number 1. And I did say number 1 because tomorrow night we've got another doubleheader on the way, and I know you guys love those and you love seeing them. We've got 2 big main events coming up, but first, let's start up with our first main event of the evening. This is the East Coast Racing Circuit. As we get them onto the grid, let's start them on the pole. It'll be the number 6 of Kyle Jackson. At his outside, it will be the 20 of Justin Lawson. Row number 2, we're going to see the 45 there of Stephen Naylor, and his outside will be the 12 of Rick LePage. Row number 3, we're going to see Brandon Coleman in the 51 to his outside. I guess we got 2 43s. No, we have the 43 here tonight of Paul Durkee. And then on the second and final last row here, our 42 will be driven by Mike McMillan. And right beside him will be the 54 of William Estes. Or the 39, I should say, of Brian Doty. William Estes will start shotgun on the field here. So it looks like the gridding order kind of We'll switch it around here a little bit, and some of the numbers are not what we have on the screen, as you can see, nor is it on the little device we have with us by the producers. So I blame producers yet again for this. But all jokes aside, folks, we are ready to go here. We are ready to get going with this one here. This should be a good one all the way through. It's been a great season, a great battle for everyone here. So far, we showcased some great racing, and I hope you can forget last time out when we showcased a heated battle at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A tremendous race, to say the least there. There was some good stuff there to be sure. Well, let's get him on down here, and Doug Craven has joined us on in. He's going for Brian Doty and Brandon Coleman, as well as Jimmy Weber tuning on in. Guys, thank you so much for tuning on in tonight. We appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoy this one here, as 10 drivers are locked and loaded with us. Doesn't seem like a lot, but let me tell you, if they can make 9 to 10 drivers work perfectly at Las Vegas and put on a show, then you know they can make something work here at Talladega. This is your big main event of the evening. Steven Naylor and that 45 machine will go at it here, as he has to battle it out there with the 12 of Rick LePage, while the 20 of Justin Lawson and Kyle Jackson will show him all the way up front. It'll be Jackson to lead him up the start. Who will take the advantage here on the start? We'll line them up and get ready to go. Green flag racing. Chase Truck gets off the line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event, number 1 of the evening. The next one to come with Fly Bike Up Series. Right after this one, let's bring him to the start. Bring him up the grid. Bring the stars and the cars, or I should say the trucks, to life. This time by. Here we go. Right off the start, early advantage to Jackson. A little bit of a run there from Lawson the outside, but that long outside's not going to work too well in your advantage when he comes down to it. You've got to start building momentum up to get around that. They'll bring him on down out of turn 2 now. Battles on further. There you go. Jackson early advantage. He's got the run. Trying to defend off the middle and the top and the bottom side here. I don't know that that's very smart right now. I'd probably go back to the bottom. He's got company. It's Justin Lawson now. Works the outside with the drafts. Jockeying for position, the 51 of Brandon Coleman gets the Nerds machine up to the head. Trying to jump on up through there, trying to get some momentum to work on by. Stay in this one. They come on through. Lawson has taken the lead away from Jackson off the start. Kyle Jackson last week, he had a little bit of a tough break, had some issues and some mechanical failures, unfortunately costing him a race, went into trouble. Tonight, he said flat out, this is plate track racing now. We're going to fight to the end. There's no doubt about that. And one thing you're going to notice a lot of tonight, more than likely, is a little 3-wide or 4-wide slit every now and then. You'll see that a lot with these super speedways, especially on Talladega Super Speedway, because this track is just well known for fast speeds, fast action, drafts, and that wide open range. It allows drivers to play to their advantage. This is what it's all about here for these drivers, and you're going to know they're going to give it everything they got here. As they're bringing them on around out of turn 3 down into turn 4 here, the 12 of Rick LePage getting put back a little bit as the 50 machine of Jonathan moves it on in there. Jonathan Dellinger giving a good run to the inside line, trying to build it up some momentum there, get it on through, see if he's got something coming for him. Throw it on back here, Coleman to the outside. Last week's feature winner, move them on in. The Nerds 51 looking to gain ground here. Every man for themselves, every driver for themselves here. This league still growing in popularity. It's still growing in driver number count. It's always good to see, and of course season 2 is just around the corner for them. So let me tell you something, folks. If you guys want to and you're needing to get a league in, I guarantee you this is the league to go with. These guys are a bunch of fun to call, and they're a lot of fun to watch. Right out around, coming down out of turn 3, back down in. We'll go into turn 4 here, and the 51 of Brandon Coleman makes a huge jump from 6th all the way up to the front spot out of nowhere. Look at that. Full throttle assault initiated there, coming out of turn 4. He had a nice jump and a half, built it up through there as he goes on by. That Ford F-150, built for tough, I might add, really showing what it's capable of here on these plate tracks and on the super speedway. It's all about finding your line and finding your rhythm, as Justin Lawson in the Chevrolet tries to get the Silverado ahead here, trying to build a momentum up and around there. Coleman, they've got a lot of laps they got to go through here tonight, so you know They've got to be patient. They've got to stay focused on their line and the momentum. Marty Hensley saying hello to the booth and good luck to all the drivers tonight. Marty, it's good to have you on board tonight, buddy. I always love talking with the fans. Always love hearing from you guys. You guys always make it fun for me to call this stuff. As they're running on down out of turn 4 here. Lawson trying to get a draft there on Coleman. Last time these two went at it, it was at Las Vegas last week. They had a tremendous battle, to say the least. But it ended up going to Coleman to take home the W that night. Now will the tide change? Is the shoe on the other foot? We'll find out here as they continue on by. Stephen Naylor in that 45 machine starting to gain some ground up in the third spot right now. Getting the draft built up on in, trying to get ahead of Coleman there. Brandon Coleman doing everything he can to stay ahead of the berth and stay ahead of the situation. All drivers jockeying for position. All drivers kind of finding their own line, finding their way to go here. Paul Durkee in that 43 starting to move the Ford F-150 up into the Raptors here, trying to get some momentum to carry on by as he's got Rick LePage right in front of him and Kyle Jackson holding up the front. Packed house here tonight with us as you see the fans all on their feet watching this one as Justin Lawson has taken the race lead away yet again from Brandon Coleman. If you're trying to make a drinking game out of this one tonight, I wouldn't even bother because I feel like you'll be drunk by the time we get halfway through this one. These changes are just going to keep coming, and they're going to be quick as can be. On around they go here, back on through they go. Now the Ford there of Demon Naylor starting to build momentum, build up some push. Oh, a little bit of a hit there up on Lawson. Lawson got squirrely. He's able to recover. He's able to keep it stable though. He holds on. He's just trying to stay ahead there of the man that's fighting for everything he's got. While he's got some help, Jonathan Dellinger is helping out Brandon Coleman there as they work him on by down out of turn 4. Kyle Jackson, Rick LePage have initiated the choo-choo Talladega train. Round on by. Oh, look at this now. The 3 wide salute must initiate coming on the front straightaway here as Kyle Jackson backs off. He says, forget that. I don't want to do that early. Maybe a smart strategy there. You can see how close they have to stay side by side to get the draft to go in, to get momentum to carry through here. It takes a lot to hang on. It takes a lot of momentum to get through each turn and corner. But it also all about how you lay the car in and lay the foundation of the truck to stay in position and stay on the run. As you can see, Lawson getting a little bit of help there from the 50 of Dellinger. If you line it up just right, it'll set up perfectly. Dellinger knows all about that as he gets to Layuna, number 50 ahead of there. The Chevrolets right now have the advantage as they continue them on by down and around down that front straightaway here. Brandon Coleman doing everything he can to get back up to the front here. But Lawson has taken that race lead away from him yet again. It has a pretty good spot up here as we are now completing 8 laps of 65 here. A lot of time and laps here to get through with this one. Kyle Jackson, the outside line now, battles him up through with Rick LePage trying to get some momentum to carry through. Hoping for a little breather, hoping for a little break here. We've seen it before where there's like 40 cars on the track. They'll fight with everything they got all the way through, trying to draft off one another, trying to make a big move when it counts. In this case, when you've only got 10 drivers out on the track, really, in my opinion, it's all about timing, persistence, and perseverance. That's exactly what these drivers are doing right now on this 2.5 mile long super speedway. Roundabout they go here, coming on down, yet still everybody's still jockeying for position. Lead changes coming from each way to Sunday. Seems like every other lap we got a lead change coming. Neither one seems to have the advantage, and now it looks like Brandon Coleman cutting Jackson's line off and trying to get his draft off him to catch up to Dellinger. Maybe getting a little bit impatient as he just get back up to the front here as he changes them on down to the backstretch. And now a 3 wide salute will initiate coming on down that back straightaway. Jackson says, I'm not a fan of what you did there, Coleman, so I'm moving in. Coleman says, well, that's nice and all, but I'm blocking my area. Thank you very much. And defends him off. Dellinger right now, I got to believe he's being a little bit more patient than Coleman, waiting his time. What do I mean by being patient in this case? If you look very carefully, you see Dellinger. He's trying to stay ahead in the draft zone from the other cars. However, whoa! Coleman getting a little loose there, coming on and out of turn one, I should say. It looked like he was trying to line it up and make a pass on by Dellinger, though. As I was mentioning earlier, is just kind of staying low and staying slow, if you will. But he's still maintaining a good draft to keep Lawson ahead. So what it really matters is he's trying to save up the tires for one big run there and trying to give Lawson a little bit of push here and there to kind of help him burn those tires up a little bit more and also line up for a big kill switch when the time comes. And Brandon Coleman, his mindset's like, forget about tire saving word. Let's just get this show on the road, boys. Let's have some fun. He runs them on down out of the back straightaway, out of the front stretch down out of turn 4. The back stretch is where we saw our drivers get a good run there, and as they continue them on side by side, that would have been Coleman's there if we had a photo finish. That would have been about a 4,000th of a finish there as they work him on by yet again. Jackson almost taking out to another 3 wide salute there. He backs off again. This is interesting strategy for me. I'm surprised Jackson is not trying to run a little harder. I think he's trying to save his stuff up. He's not trying to make a big mistake early. I can see where he's coming from, but in all honesty, if you're going to make moves, you've got to make them quick, because something like this can happen where Jackson and Lawson make a big move, Coleman and Jackson make a big move around Lawson, that is, and Lawson gets a draft off that, now tries to move on the outside line yet again here. Watch for the later half of this race for them to defend off and try to make maneuvers when they need to most. You'll see them coming down that front straightaway. They'll start to kind of move in where Coleman is. They'll try to defend off the bottom and the middle without trying to get spun around. Round and out they go here. Coleman has the lead. Round and about they go here down out of turn 4. Kyle Jackson still fighting it out with Coleman. Coleman doing everything he can, though, to stay ahead of the curve, really running his own line now to the outside. Goes that back down to the front straightaway. Coleman can't defend him off. Jackson's got to run. Lawson to the outside with him. He follows pursuit. But Jonathan Dellinger yet again playing the devil's advocate here. Runs it on by, doing his own thing here as they work him on through. Back on around now. Jackson back to the bottom he goes. Side by side they took it. That could have been disastrous for either one. You don't want the big one to come out too early. On through they go here down that front straightaway here, all at it here, all battling back and forth. Jackson has got the race lead yet again here. Battle them on back down out of turn 2 they go here. Round and about they go here. Back on through they go here. Dellinger still fighting it out here, still doing what he can to hang on to position here. Jonathan Dellinger, though, right behind him. Backs on through they go. They are still at odds with one another. Neither driver wanting to quit here. Lance Brandlinger is doing this on in watching this one. Dellinger still fighting it out, trying to get ahead here, but I think he's just kind of waiting his time out. Doesn't want to make any big mistakes yet. Might be smart strategy in this case. Might be smart to just kind of lay low for the moment as they work him on by. Now look at this. Here comes the 43 now. Ball Durkee as William S. in snap 54 is actually starting to make a little bit of a run here. Back on the attack with Lawson. We haven't talked much about him tonight, and he seems to be getting that one rounded about the end of the mound. Inbounds I go here, but look at this, Paul Durkee. Oh my goodness, where did you come from, sir? Paul Durkee now on that Love's 43 machine. When, oh man, he is fighting it out. Wayne Random Hero Kane joins us on in. Brandlinger, I'm doing good, sir. How about you doing? Good to have you on board and watch the show tonight. Hope you're enjoying so much of it. Roundabout out of turn one, they go here. Now William Estes to the outside. He looks for the jump and the run there with Kyle Jackson falling in pursuit. But the Talladega choo-choo train is working it harder on the backstretch with 4 trucks than 3. Round and about, turn 3, back on in. The 20 of Justin Lawson. Still fighting it out. Not giving an inch here, not giving any chances up. And you can see Brandon Coleman back up into the 3rd slot, man. These guys just keep going back and forth with one another. If I mentioned before, I'll say it again. Do not start a drinking game when it comes to the lead changes. You're going to get drunk before this one's over with. Brantlinger, good bro. Nice to hear, my man. All right. Back on around they go here. Stephen Naylor in that 45 machine working it on by there with a 6 of Kyle Jackson. Jackson trying to give him some help. Challenging up on as they come on down out of turn 2. Through we go here, back on in. We focus on some other drivers here in the back right now. As you see, Rick LePage in that 12 machine trying to get some momentum and some headway here to catch back up as Mike McMillan in that 42 machine. The Sims Pit machine trying to fight his way and scratch his way up to the top side here. Claw him on in. The 54 of Estes, though, man, he's fighting. He's giving it quite a show here. Round and about we go here. Jackson losing ground at time. Now he's got to get it back inside that draft zone there. A lot of folks asked me earlier today, it's like we were going back and watching through on the Talladega and Daytona tracks on heat. What's the difference with this to iRacing? Well, let me tell you this little factoid, fun fact here. We're going to tell you right now, the biggest difference is that there's not a lot of give and not a lot of ground to be pushing people around here. And the control and feel of the cars when you're on this track is much, much different than what you're on heat. With heat, now granted, yeah, you can use heat on controller, you can use heat there, but the biggest issue here is when you're running a line here on this track, you've got to stay focused and maintain gravity and grip of the draft and stay on it. Otherwise, even the slightest bit lost there will cost you dearly, and that's why they've got to stay focused on what they're doing. Caleb Burke has joined us on in now. Caleb, it's great to have you on board, my friend. Right on down the back straightaway here, they still fight him on down. Paul Durkee still trying to stay ahead of Lawson. I think we've had about 6 or 7 lead changes just in the last 20 laps alone. We're not even halfway through this one yet here, folks, and these guys are fighting for everything they got. No cautions yet, and I hope I did not just give the broadcaster curse. And Brandlinger makes up a good point there from heat, and you guys can't continuously push on the other guy on bumper on heat. When you're in heat, like you said, yeah, there is a lot of bumping and pushing to try to get everyone going, but the biggest difference is you can't really do that here. You do that too much or so often, the car can get loose and lose ground, and it really screws you up. So the biggest thing is if you're going to bump, you've got to line them up perfectly, get a nice little rhythm into the rear, and push them on by. I'm going to show you real quick here as we go on board here with Justin Lawson. You see how close he is and how he is in position. He's got to stay away from trying to get too hard into the throttle when it comes to bumping him around. But Paul Durkee right now, man, he's just fighting for everything he's got. He's staying ahead by a mile here. Good timing and position here as they continue him through. Right on around we go here. Everyone's going in for a pit stop. Can I have a special order of fuel, tires, and maybe a few sliders here and there when we get back to dirt? And 20 donuts and a thing of cheeseburgers. Thank you. Well, bring him on in. Durkee, whoa, almost missing pit road there. Coleman gets the Nerds 51 machine in there. Everyone jockeys into position. They're getting ready to line him up. Who will be the one to beat out a pit road here? Let's find out. Jackson's there. Durkee was the guy that was in the lead, but off the start, William Estes gets out of time. He beats the 50 of Dellinger. He beats the 45 just barely, but Kyle Jackson gets him there. Jackson will have the restart here, but Lawson actually gets ahead of all of them. I didn't even see him there. Where'd he come from? Well, bring him on around here. Justin Lawson will have the early advantage here, but when it comes to the Talladega and Daytona tracks, let's just be honest with you, folks. It don't matter if you don't have a partner. That draft will catch up to you eventually. They all come back down to life here. All the cars are out of pit road here. It looks like Rick LePage missed his pit road, and he missed it completely, and the 51 of Brandon Coleman did as well here. The 39 machine stays on out. I'm a little confused here. Did Brian Doty stay out there the whole time, or was he way back in the field here? I'm not for sure on that one. Well, nevertheless here, he is going quite a few laps down and quite a few positions back, as Kyle Jackson has already made his way up to the front here. Back on through we go here, down out of turn one, back on through the Speedco 45 machine there of Stephen Naylor moves onto the outside line, trying to get some momentum to get around Kyle Jackson. Jackson in that Doritos number 6 machine, trying to stay ahead as the Vase Economy. The Vase Economy number 20 there of Justin Lawson has got the run and a half coming on down the back straightaway. Carry them on through here. They are all jockeying for position, running their own line, running their own position up, trying to get ahead of one another. See who will be the one to get the advantage here. Jackson looking for a run, looking for a seam, maybe to get something going here for himself. He'll try to stay ahead there, but with the 45 and Naylor behind him, you know he's just waiting for that golden opportunity to push past him. Back on around here, William Estes now starting to get some ground as well here as he builds them on through. Down and about they go. Gear still fighting it out. Jonathan Dellinger still on his nose, on his position, looking for a run and a half here, trying to get ahead of this situation. He is fighting for everything he's got, giving it what it's worth here as they work them on through. Well, folks, I'm going to have to get you to know real quick. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we were going to see more of the East Coast Racing Circuit drivers battle it out here tonight on this action-packed adventure. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back with some more racing here for the East Coast Racing. Tonight's race sponsored in part by Durkee Stone Works, doing stone walls and sidewalk patios at your leisure. They are the ones to go with when it comes down to it. Be sure to look them up and follow them up on the social media platforms. Durkee Stone Works, the best. When you need the job done right, they're the ones to go to. And by Freedom Landscaping, veteran owned and operated since 2013. Veteran Landscaping is the one place you need to go when you need your lawn and care service done the way you want it and need it to be done. There's only one way to go. Freedom Landscaping. Give them a call up at 336-909-0629. And as we get situated on by here, still working them on through here. Everyone jockeying for position here. Whoops. Not really sure what happened with the producers there. I think the producers might have made a jump cut there when they shut up. You can blame them for that one. That was not my fault. Through and through we go here, carrying him on by yet. Still everyone jockeying for position. Everyone's still looking for a run and a half here, trying to stay ahead of the situation. Lawson still your race leader as we're about at the halfway point here. There is still a lot of racing to be had for these drivers. And And let me tell you, there's definitely a lot of opportunities for big moves here, like Dellinger to the outside. Estes sees him coming. He defends. Dellinger tries to help him out now, trying to get him pushed up so he can get around him. Maybe looking for a daily double. Here they are. They're coming on by yet again. Found out turn 1 down into turn 2. Every driver for themselves here. There are no friends on super speedways, that's for sure. Paul Durkee, Rick LePage, and Brandon Coleman. They are laps down at this point. They are in trouble. Well, they're not lap downs, I should say. They're literally about to be lapped down if they're not careful. They've got it. They're going to need a caution after that pit stop they had. Although I'll be honest with you, I think they may have been thinking fuel strategy-wise on that. That might be the reason why they went in when they did. If that's the case, smart thinking on their part. But how smart will it be for the long run? Because if a caution comes out, they can all just go back in there and just get things taken care of again. Kyle Jackson doing everything he can to get a momentum run there, trying to build up some time and ground up on them here as they continue through here. Everyone for themselves, running their line, running their area. Steven Naylor trying to get ahead. Jackson in second, Lawson in the lead. Dellinger been fighting it all day. He's not got a lead. He has not been in the lead yet. Neither is William Estes or Mike McMillan. That could change at any point here. We'll see as we go on board. Beautiful skies flooded out here tonight, flooding all around here for us as our drivers work them on by, situated out. Either one wanting to quit here, and neither one wants to give an inch. The Ford F-150 at McMillan, though, is starting to lose ground and time up from the Toyota Tundra there. We want to remind you folks at home, yes, we did say earlier tonight, this is going to be a doubleheader tonight. We're going to be with you guys for one more race. It will be between the Flyby Cup Series here in just a little while. And let me tell you something, folks, I'm dang sure excited to see this one. They'll be battling out at Richmond Raceway. We've seen some tremendous battles there. And Richmond definitely seems to be the key factor for short track racing at its finest, and some hard battles to say the least. So who will be able to take that one home? Well, we'll find out a little later here. But as we continue on by, now look at this. Steven Naylor looking for a daily double. He works it on the inside line. Jackson trying to get a hand from Lawson, but Lawson's not helping him much. Naylor has delivered the daily double news. Extra, extra. The 45 of Naylor has taken the race leader, Lawson. Read all about it. Well, Lawson right now read it. He's not too happy about that one. He'll have to find a way to get back at him. Just don't sue him. That's all we ask. And don't sue the commentator while you're at it. Wait, what? Who said that? Anyway, back to the race here. Naylor down on the bottom here. Down south, Friner on around, trying to get some momentum carried through here. Ryan Doty currently in pretty much no man's land right now. He's currently so far behind. Just trying to stay in this one, trying to get something going here. Through we go here. Down William Estes, bows it back on in. Dellinger, Delliota number 50, trying to stay ahead. Can't quite get a momentum push there. As you see, the Manchester machine there of Estes. Estes trying to get a run here, trying to get some marketing up. Can the Manchester Market 54 get ahead of all of them and take home a position and get his very first win of the season in? If he's going to do it, he's going to have to fight it all the way through here. Actually, I take it back. I believe he has a race win in, actually. It was the first time we ever showcased these guys. It was at the World Tech Technology track. Well, Worldwide Technology, excuse me, WT Raceway. That was a battle there, man. I was never a big fan of that track, but they definitely made me a fan of watching it. That was a good show they pulled on there. And if you guys are interested and you're looking to get yourself into this league, well, East Coast Racing Circuit will be taking names and taking places up come for season 2 here. So I definitely can guarantee you should go on and take a look at them. Great bunch of guys, very chill drivers, very fun to watch, and always some good clean flag racing here when it comes to these folks. Let's go on board here with Naylor. I'm going to show you what's making him so good right now on this track. Despite all the bugs and all the stuff you see on his windshield, if you look very carefully to how much movement he's using in that wheel and how slow I mean, how low, I should say. He's keeping it to the yellow line. That's what's giving him the run. He's apexing it beautifully off those corners, staying in a good position, keeping the momentum through, stays in the throttle, does not let the truck get too over-ramped or over-redded. He stays where he needs to and runs the line when he's supposed to. That's the key that's giving Naylor such a good run here and a great position as he continues him on by down out of turn 4. All drivers still working him on by, everyone leading him on in here. Neither one wanting to give an inch here, neither one wanting to give any chances up. This has definitely been a heated battle exchange of racing, but right now everyone's kind of dying down, kind of laying low here. They'll bring him on through here, still fighting their jockeying, their runs. They're fighting for everything they can. You're not going to see too much movement here in the later half of this one. You're going to kind of see them kind of lay low as we now initiate the halfway point. Through we go here down that front straightaway here. Ladies and gentlemen, next time by, we're halfway and done with this one. On through we go here, down and about out of turn 2, 3, down into turn 4 yet again. Jonathan Dellinger still has a good position, good run on his line here, staying continuous on the momentum and continuous throughout this race here. Mike McMillan on the outside line now builds him on through. Trying to get it there with William Estes. Estes trying to stay ahead of the curve and stay out of trouble. Halfway done. McMillan now has a run and a half in that Ford F-150, although I'm not sure why he's running something that's got Toyota on it. Oh, no, wait, that's not Toyota. Never mind. I thought I had a Toyota scheme on there. My bad. Anyway, back on through we go here, down and about out of the back straightaway here. The Sim Pit. Number 42 machine is getting a good run and a half here now for the first time tonight. McMillan is looking to gain the ground and momentum. He stayed in the back for a little too long. He wants to run. Room on down out of turn 4 yet again. Now Millen moves on in, closes the gap, closes it in. Naylor is in trouble. The daily double might be in routine here for him. Swings it on the outside line. There are multiple areas of play here, but McMillan and Estes deliver the daily double. Extra, extra. Naylor has been passed on by again by the 42 Mike McMillan. Read all about it, folks. He opened up his racing Bible to excel. Chronicles versus 22. In the time now we have in 2020, it's been a rough show, but tonight Mike Tyson will find a way to win in his match and be the big show. Like, they'll bring him on down around turn 3. Although I should have made a Floyd Money Mayweather joke when I mentioned Big Show, but never mind. Anyway, bring him on down and about here out of turn 3, back on into turn 4 here. 30 laps to go here. Everyone's still running their line. Isaac Mooney saying, how is the Ford leading but the 45 is leading? Well, I'll answer that question for you. Naylor actually has the 4 built into the iRacing. However, his custom scheme has the 45 scheme, if that makes any sense. So we're going off what his number is on the truck, not the number on the leaderboard. Sorry, guys. I can't change everything on this stuff. The Sim Racing apps works on its own, so I can't change that. Nevertheless, brings him on down around here. They bring him on back down the track straightaway here. Naylor still finding a way to get back up there with Estes and McMillan as McMillan is going on board here with him. See McMillan trying to hang on to that bottom line, trying to stay secure. But Estes, man, he is jockeying for position, trying to get a huge run there on the East Coast Racing Sim Pit machine of McMillan. Now look at this. Estes starting to weevil wobble, sweep his way, maybe looking for a way to play. He's not trying to be a Trey Whitehead and come to play. He's trying to make a run and make this race his day. Estes has got a win already on the show, but McMillan would like nothing more than to change all that and get his very first career win on the PTM Racing TV show with East Coast Racing Circuit. He stays ahead, fighting him on through here. Battle him on back in. Naylor and Dellinger kind of hanging by yet still. As a 20 there, Justin Lawson and Kyle Jackson all in the hunt, all in the position here. Either driver will have a run. Either driver can make a change and lap change position. And with 30 laps left to go in this one, this is under 30 I should say, this is anybody's race to the end here. Threw him on back on around here, down out of turn 2 they go here. Estes starting to gain some ground on the outside, maybe thinking time to make a switcheroo here. Either driver giving an inch, neither one wants to quit here, and we'll go on board here. We'll get you a good perspective of how far these guys got to work around this track and how long the track is in general. Like I said, 2.5 miles in length. This thing dwarfs any track we're ever watched on. I'll tell you one thing, it's bigger than any track I've got here in Iowa, that's for sure. I think you can fit like 5 or 6 Marshalltown Speedways and Boone Speedways here, just on the inside of it alone, not including the outside part. There you can probably throw a few Knoxville Raceways in there while you're at it. Alright, let's go ahead and showcase some of the drivers in the back here, some of the guys that haven't been showcased in a while. And that'd be our drivers right now is Rick LePage working it on through with Paul Durkee, and Brandon Coleman falling behind with Brian Doty trying to help him out here. These guys right now after that pit road strategy didn't quite get the runs they were looking for and get what they needed taken care of the right way, I would presume. So now they're trying their best to get back up to the front and back up into position here and hopefully secure their way into a top spot here. Threw him on through here and battle him on by, neither driver giving an inch here, and still Paul Durkee and them kind of helping each other out. Not a lot of action kind of going on, but remember, this is plate track racing, so you will see these guys kind of lay low for a while, and they'll kind of stay in a position and do their own thing, but later on, when time goes on, they will start to really make their way through. Alright, so we'll focus back on them in a little while here as we continue back up to the front here. Mike McMillan still with the race lead there as William Estes tries desperately to get up there. Roundabout they go here, and think of this now. Mike McMillan opened the door up, and Estes makes his move on by, making a huge jump into this one. He is starting to fight his way back up into this. Through it on down, around we go out of turn 3, and now we have a new race leader. William Estes, and it was just right as they were going in pit side here. Will that now play into the favor there for all the other drivers? They're going in pit side as well. I think they're going to try to outdo them on the pit strategy road. Well, while they go into pit road here, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to go and cut to a quick commercial break and let you in on a little word from tonight's sponsors for tonight's race. Tonight's race sponsored in part by the Durkee Stone Works. doing stone walls and sidewalk patios. They're the only guys you need to hit up when you want to get something done your way and your style, your no way, no how. If you need to get something done up today for your patio or your stone walls, then be sure to visit up Durkee Stoneworks today for more information. And by Freedom Landscaping, the veteran-owned and operated since 2013 landscaping company. They are one of the best folks out there when it comes to landscaping and all of that. If you guys need your lawn work and lawn care service done right and done your way, well, there's only one way to go, and that's with Freedom Landscaping. Be sure to give them a call up at 336-909-0629. And as we get back to racing here, as we continue them on by here, switch away them through. Everybody jockeying for position, running their line yet again. McMillan gets out back on the track. Steven Naylor, though, has got the race lead away from him here. And the field behind him trying to catch back up into this one. Thomas Myers has joined us on in. Although I think he's just having a little bit of popcorn and enjoying himself over here. Good to have you on board, though, Myers. A lot of drivers have talked with us here. A lot of folks that have talked with us here are drivers in their own right. Some coming from the next series we'll be broadcasting for tomorrow night, which will be Pedal to the Metal Racing League, as our boys and girls will go at it there on Iowa Speedway, and they are going on my turf, so they better take good care of my track, thank you. But of course, Flyby Cup Series will be here tonight, and our main event of the evening. And also, just for a little heads up, they're going to be our very first doubleheader tomorrow night, as they will arrive here at Dega for a little bit of action here. So we've got a lot of flying around to do, that's going to be for sure. Myers saying he loves me some Dega, but you know that already. Yes, sir, I do. You were a hard charger when it came to the Triple Threat Series. The split decision come back when you were around here. It was some good stuff from you guys. Well, as we continue on by here, Paul Durkee still trying to stay ahead there with Coleman and all of them, but I think right now their pit strategy is not coming into very good play here with 22 laps to go. Lawson now looking for a run there on Estes. Estes is in trouble here. Maybe trying to get ahead early, trying to get ahead so that way those tires burnt up. They don't have to worry too much about them later. But Mike McMillan right now, in my opinion, is being the smarter of the drivers. He's laying low, but still getting a good draft and not overdoing the throttle here. Really staying patient here and kind of watching his own line. You see right there, you see how he lets off there? He's not trying to burn the tires up. He's trying to let it loose, lay low, and wait for the later half of this race. As you see how low he is right there to that yellow line coming on by, and you get a good look of our fans here as well. And all the in-car stuff that comes with these cars. Say what you want about virtual racing, but virtual esports, man, is seriously taking off, and it's becoming a bigger and better thing. And broadcasting-wise, it's a hell of a lot of fun to call. So I don't understand why people don't get the whole point of it, but yeah, it's a lot cheaper than having to actually get these things out on the track here. But but in my opinion, it's just as much fun if you do it right. It's just the only difference is you just don't have that necessarily the same feel and everything you would have if you were running them like that on a real truck. But at the same time, though, when you're running a sim like this, and you've got legit pro drivers running this stuff, I think honestly at that point you should realize that yeah, there's probably some pretty good similarities to all this. As they bring him on down that front straightaway here, Justin Lawson moving him on in, trying to build momentum to carry him on through. William Estes doing everything he can to defend him off. But the Manchester Market 54 machine still can't quite get that Toyota Tundra farther ahead there of the Chevrolet. That Silverado, man, it has got some bite and some kick to it, and it's not giving an inch. 20 laps left to go, and folks, if you haven't already, like and follow us up here on Facebook. Go over to Twitter, follow us there, and on YouTube, we'll have this broadcast in its entirety over there in just a little while. But meanwhile, back on through. Subscribe over there, you'll catch it there as well. But right now, Justin Lawson, that 20 base economy, 20 machine builds on the inside now. Estes is in trouble. The 45 now. Steven Naylor moves on in, daily double in reverse for Estes. He lost ground in time there. A hard charge and a half there coming from Lawson. Nice maneuver and nice pacing to say the least, as Kyle Jackson follows in pursuit right behind. 19 laps remain in this one, folks. We're coming down to the wire. I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again, these guys may be small in numbers, but they're growing in times, and they're going to be growing eventually in due time as well, because I'll tell you one thing, if you guys are looking to get yourself into a league, this is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. If you got time and you want to run at this time of day, East Coast Racing Circuit, man, they're a lot of fun to watch, and they're a good showcase when it comes to battles and all that. Bring him on back on out of turn 4 here. Everyone's still jockeying for position as the 50th Dell Linger, man. He is high. He is on it, man. He is giving it everything he's got to get back up there. But Mike McMillan, in my opinion, like I said, is just the smarter of all of them. I predict in the next 5 laps, you're going to see a huge change out of his style of driving. Looks like Brandon Coleman and his group there are starting to actually gain some ground up on these guys here because they're balanced and all of that. So maybe they might have a chance here if a caution to come out at any time. But at this point, I don't expect anything like that to happen in here, and I wouldn't expect anything to happen like that to begin with, considering how clean and hard these guys have been running here tonight. As they bring him on through here now, Naylor to the inside, still trying to get a draft there on Lawson to try to build up and get around him here. Can he stay in this one? As we focus in on our other drivers here, that you can see right now in the back here, Brandon Coleman got a whole host of matadors working him on by, staying with him here. All drivers looking for their run, all drivers looking for a position to catch up here. McMillan is not out of the woods yet when it comes to getting that position up. And Brandon Coleman right now, I think he's just trying to stay ahead of points-wise, considering everything going on right now. He's been fighting, but you know, the problem right now is that the reason why they're so far away is because that pit strategy on the first pit stop, it cost them because they did not get them in to where they were supposed to be. They ended up slowing them down big time there and losing a lot of ground there. So through and through we go here, down out of turn 1 back on in. You can see the 12 there still builds them up. Rick LePage and Brian Doty all at it here. But as we showcase right up to the front yet again, looks like a huge lead change into almost a 3-wide slip. What happened here? Hold on, somebody run that back. I want to know what happened there. Hold on a minute. The producers are saying, yeah, we can run it back real quick. We're going to go back and look at the replay here and see what happened here. That was a big change around for the drivers there. Let's see, where did that start at for them? Let's see right here. There's the change right there. Lawson opens the door up to the inside. You see Naylor makes the big jump and a big cut around as they come on down the backstretch. Now, where did everyone get all up and antsy and get into the 3-wide salute? Let's take a look here. Let's come on down the back straight away. Kyle Jackson's on the run, on the move here. He's got Dellinger right behind him. Lawson trying to get back into this. Dellinger maybe thinking it's time to make a move possibly here. No, he drifts up a little but stays in the run. And he brings it on back out of turn 4 here, and everyone jockeys for position. And this is where Jackson looks like he was trying to help Lawson help himself out as well, but that's where Dellinger moved into position, and Estes looked like he was going to get a run there on the inside and maybe make a pass on both of them. It was not to be, though. And ends up putting them back in spots here, as right now we get back to the circuit here. Look at this here. Every man for themselves indeed. Jonathan Dellinger has got back on the back of the end here. He's got a hard run coming. Dellinger to the inside line, makes it on by here, trying to get a last minute charge. One more run and a half. I'd say though, they may be in trouble, and McMillan right now, in my opinion, may have made a mistake waiting so long here. I think he's going to have to start finding a way to build up momentum here because he's starting to look further and further back. I mentioned earlier he was kind of lying low. Well, right now the drivers ahead of him are not lying low. They're trying to fight as hard as they can here. Build him on back around here. Through they go here, everyone for themselves, everyone looking for their run and a half here. No man left behind, but except for the guys in the back there, unfortunately. Threw him on around here. Back on in, down out of turn 4 here. Everyone's still jockeying for their position. Threw him on back down and about. Yeah, we're going through here still. Everyone looking for a run, looking for their spot here. And now one last pit stop may seal their fate away. It looks like Estes and them are staying out. Naylor and Dellinger might have burned up a little bit. Through. William Estes will now have the race lead again here. Got a nice position up on this one here, still hanging in there, doing his own thing. Running him on by here, still getting everything he got going. Roundabout we go here. Now look at this. As I mentioned before, I was talking about it earlier, and now it's finally happened there. We missed a little bit of that, but you see right there the position has made the change. Mike McMillan, he did shave his time off and waited patiently. He now has the run here, and it's looking pretty good in his favor here right now. He is still hanging on with this one. Can he stay ahead now? He's got 10 laps to finish after he gets past this one. Not a lot of time to be making mistakes now. You got to start staying focused here and really keep on to this one, because you know when they're coming, they're going to come get you as soon as they got you. And they're all jockeying for the same run, the same position. They are giving it everything they can. Lawson still fights it to the end, looking for all he's got. Build them on through here, still back on in, down out of turn 2 they go here. Battling around on down and about they go here. Still working them on through here as the 54 William Estes. Still all jockey for position, 9 to go. Here's everyone looking for their run, looking for their position on in. Still hanging in there, still giving it what they got. No one left behind here, no one giving an inch. They'll bring him on down, under 10 to go, and this one looks to be a battle to end the finish here. Round and about we go here, down and down through. They still are all jockeying for their run, looking for their position on in. Everyone giving it all they've got here as they come on down out of turn 2 here. You can see the running momentum here between these drivers. Nobody giving an inch here, no one giving any chances up. Rattled on through, and some drivers are going to have to go on pit side here. I think that might be the late run they've been looking for here. Kyle Jackson and McMillan are going to stay out. This is going to be interesting here, to say the least. Round about here, McMillan still has the race lead, caught up some lap traffic. Now he builds them on in. Looks like Paul Durkee actually has got the race lead away, actually. My bad, McMillan. That's Del Linger actually right in front of here. McMillan's actually put back a little bit. Come on through here, down that back straightaway here. Battle round out, 6 laps to go here. It's anybody's race coming down the wire. Here we go, 5 laps remain now. This is where everything's going to get interesting here, because the strategy has paid off for Brandon Coleman and Rick LePage. This whole time they were in the background. Now they have found their run and found their way. Nobody giving an inch here, no one giving any chances up to this one. This is going to be a battle to the finish. Who is going to take home this one? 4 laps to go now. Paul Durkee still ahead by a nice margin as LePage still finds his momentum. And Brandon Coleman and them have to go in pit side here. Probably not where they wanted to do it. Brandon Dellinger now, Jonathan Dellinger will have the race lead away from all of them. And 4 laps to go. I don't even know. Oh, excuse me, he's a lap down at the moment actually, so technically, Durkee has got the race lead. And caution is out. Whoa, whoa! Brian Doty and the 50 of Jonathan Dellinger involved in this one. What the heck happened here? Well, let's go to the replay. Let's find out what happened. What the heck happened? There's PTM Instant Replay. I didn't even expect that one to come out that late. Yeah, right there, you seen right happen just as it came around. Dellinger and him get it right into it, unfortunately, causing that whole little ruckus and stir there. Just kind of looks like he just got a little too hard on the throttle and it just drifted up a little bit. And that's definitely going to set him back quite a bit here, coming down the later half of this one. Well, we will see these drivers come back to life here and get things situated on by. See how this one plays out. It looks like Paul Durkee is going to be your race leader with only a green-white checkered finish in their sights. Brandon Coleman in the 51 will have his sights set. Mike McMillan as well in the hunt. The 12 of Rick LePage and the 6 of Kyle Jackson all in there. William Estes not out of the hunt yet to round out the field. We'll see them all come back to life here, get everything taken on in, and see who will be able to master and outrank this one. There's a lot of racing to be had here, folks. Not a lot of ground and time to be made here. So as they bring him on around here, I believe they are going to go off the restart here. I don't believe they're going to do the two. They're not going to do the two-side area here. I believe they're only going to do the one. They obviously will do the one here. So because there is only green-white checker finish, so usually at this point we would talk with some folks here, but because of the way things are going and everything, it's kind of best just to lie low here for now. Alright, one to go now will be initiated, folks. This will be a big battle to the end. Brandon Coleman, last week's feature winner in the Nerds, 51, Ford F-150. The Ford F-150 there of the 43s loves Pennzoil Machine of Paul Durkee. The Sim Pit East Coast Racing Circuit 42 of Mike McMillan, and the 12 of Rick LePage, all doing battle here, all ready to go at it here for one last run. But of course Kyle Jackson is not out of the hunt, neither is William Estes, or the 20 of Justin Lawson, or the 45 of Stephen Naylor. Actually, I take it back, Naylor is actually a lap down at this time, so he'll have to work with, make do with what he's got here. A lot of racing to be had here and a lot to go down between these drivers. So they'll get him on through out of turn 3 and in turn 4. And ladies and gentlemen, this time by we will go green flag racing here. Who will be able to take home this one, and who is going to be able to finally end this one out in a big way? There's a lot at stake here. And a lot of racing to be had here. This is going to be a finish to the end. Who do you got your money on, folks? Choose your favorite in the comments section down below. It is time to get ourselves one last race in, or one last couple laps in, I should say, and before we get into our last race for the night, I mean. This one is all going to be about battling to the end. Here we go. Green flag is out. Green flag comes out. Next time, it'll be a white flag, as Coleman has to lost a lot of ground there. Durkee got a good start on that one. William Estes trying to build some momentum up at the outside line, trying to get a hard charge there, coming down at turn 2 here. Now on through. Kyle Jackson gives a little run there to Coleman. Coleman gets bumped in the rear, and that opens the door up for a 3 wide salute between him and Rick LePage and Jackson. Now to the outside goes LePage. Jackson looking up hard, charges way up to the front. He's got McMillan right in front of him. McMillan gets a push there from him. The 43 there, Paul Durkee's in trouble. Estes now bouncing on through. We will have one to go. Big bump there from the 54 of Estes, but they hold on. 3 wide now to the race lead they go. Here they come out with a 4 wide. Whoa! Look, Page gets a little tap there from Estes. White flag is out. McMillan now trying to hang in there for one last run here, trying to stay in this one, coming on down out of turn 1. They battle it on through, side by side for the race lead. They're coming on in, fighting on through the end now. Elbow Durkee. Durkee tries to stay with it. LePage is loose. LePage is in trouble. He's got to stay in it. Kyle Jackson's looking for an opening. Anything. He's trying to stay in it, try and get one last run to the end. Everyone's jockeying for position. Jackson trying to push the 42 McMillan to get ahead of Durkee to make one last run. Whoa, LePage moves on out, moves it on back in. He's in trouble here, coming out of the wire. Now come to the finish! And Justin Lawson, Durkee get into it. They come on down to the wire though. This is going to be a photo finish for Jackson. To the finish line, McMillan will take home the race win for the first time in his East Coast Racing Circuit win. What a race. Kyle Jackson fought, scratched, clawed everything he had to the end. Not enough. Brandon Coleman getting 4th, LePage gets 3rd, and I am not mistaken. That was the first race win for McMillan in a hard road to follow. Let's go to the replay and watch that last lap in its entirety here. What happened here? All right, let's take a look here. Watch this. Estes gets hard on the throttle, gives a little push there to Lawson. Gets into Durkee. Durkee gets spun. Trouble brews. They had nowhere to go. Lawson tries to get it recentered. Durkee's just trying to get that thing fixed up and get it out of the grass. Stop opening his own lawn care service. You go to Freedom Landscaping for my friend. They'll help you out. Take another look at it from another angle. Watch this. Here's where Estes gets a little too happy. Gets into Lawson. Takes him on in. And right there, man, they all got tangled up in that one, and that's what cost them the end there. But a race win nonetheless for this man right here as we showcase him up on the track right now. Your race winner here tonight, Mike McMillan in the 42 Sim Pit East Coast Racing Circuit machine. What a race, what a battle. Let's go ahead and talk with our top 3 tonight. All right, now, folks, joining me on in here in the booth, top 3 finisher number 12 of Rick LePage. Rick, man, oh man, you had to fight that one to the end, brother. You had a whole host of drivers coming to the end there, and you got a little loose coming down out of turn 2 into the backstretch. Was it just getting loose because you were trying to hold on to some burnt tires, or were you just getting kind of bumped around there?
Yeah, it's just the way the steering was coming into the corners tonight. You just kind of swerve back and forth, and anyone touches you just a little bit and it'll send you over.
It definitely will indeed there, but it ended up still holding out pretty good and staying true to your word. Like you said to me earlier, you were just ready to kind of get a good battle in and get a good race in here, and it definitely was a pretty good one to the end there. So I mean, I got to ask you, Rick, this finish here, that was quite a finish to say the least, or considering you guys were way in the back there and you managed to hard charge your way up, and the caution probably helped out a little bit. But who do you want to thank here for that top 3 finish?
Well, Paul and the other boys that were with me to catch up, we were just bumper to bumper the whole way, doing our best and talking away fuel strategy, and our coming in and out of the pits, we did all right.
You did indeed, my friend, and ended up getting a top 3 finish, a podium victory. That's definitely something for you. So, Rick, congratulations yet again, and we'll see you next time out, my friend.
Okay, thank you, Christian. Have a good day.
You too, buddy. Rick LePage, everybody, in that 12 machine, your second place finisher here tonight. Now let's pull them on in with Kyle Jackson here.
Oh, that's scary.
Your second place finisher here tonight, Kyle Jackson. Sorry to interrupt your conversation there, my friend, but
No, it's all good.
second place finish here tonight. I mean, I gotta ask you, man. You were in the back there, and then you had a hard charge. I believe you were in 6th, and you managed to make your way up into the 2nd spot. What was going through your mind when you had a full throttle assault coming there for McMillan?
Well, I was trying to run fuel mileage with McMillan, and we were trying to save, and then he got with the lead pack, so I was kind of just set on finishing 5th, and then we got that caution, and then I got hooked up with him, and it was a 1-2 finish after that.
It was indeed, and I gotta ask you, man, did you catch any of what happened behind you when all that started?
I just saw a truck real close to my right rear, and I was just hoping I wasn't getting turned.
Well, you didn't get turned in this case, and you managed to keep it all on 4 wheels. So I gotta ask you, Kyle, do you want to thank you for this top 3 finish?
Just these guys, you for putting this live broadcast on, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, another good finish and a good battle here. Nonetheless, congratulations on a 2nd place finish, Kyle.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. Kyle Jackson, everybody, in the 6th, your 2nd place finisher here tonight. Let's talk with our winner here tonight, Mr. Mike McMillan in the Sim Pit Race East Coast Racing Circuit Machine. Mike, man, oh man, oh man, you had pretty much, in my opinion, had the best strategy out there. You kind of laid low when they were fighting and all that, and your fuel strategy, as we kind of heard there from Jackson there, was you really were kind of trying to lay low there. But what was really the mindset going in when you had that last caution come out?
After the last caution, it was just, who knows, just getting lucky, getting in the right place at the right time.
Well, it definitely was the case here, and definitely got a little lucky. But did you catch any of what happened behind you? Because that definitely was a bit of a crazy moment there between you guys.
I did not. I want to go back and look at the replay.
We got the replay up on the channel if you guys want to go and check it out later, but in all its entirety. But I mean, nonetheless, though, man, I gotta ask. This is your first win here, I believe, with what's on here, PTM Racing TV. But I don't think this is your first win with the East Coast circuit, is it?
No, it's my 2nd or 3rd, I think.
2nd or 3rd? Hey, how about that? Definitely a way to do it here, and a big victory nonetheless here. So I gotta ask you, Mike, who do you want to thank here for this finish?
Mostly Kyle for pushing me to the win there. That was pretty fun. That was my first kind of strategy Talladega race, so I really enjoyed it.
Played out well, did well in your favor, man. It ends up giving you the victory here tonight. Congratulations on your 2nd or 3rd win of the season, but your 1st here on PTM Racing TV.
Right on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, Mr. Mike McMillan in the Sim Pit East Coast Racing Circuit 42 machine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it somewhere. We're going to end it right now. So, in just an hour or so, come back to PTM Racing TV because I've got a special showcase of Flyby Cup Series coming your way. It's always nice to have a daily dose of those guys every now and then. And tonight and tomorrow night they will be with us. So let's go ahead and welcome them in as we head down to Richmond Raceway. I've got a plane to hit and I've got to get down there quickly, so I got to call it quits here. But before we go, again, a word to Durkee Stoneworks and to Freedom Landscaping. If you guys need to get your services done there, you all know where to go and where to find them. They will be there and all that. From all of us here at PTM Racing TV, though, thanks again to East Coast Racing Circuit for having us come on out and showcase their race. We will have all this race in its entirety on YouTube here in just a little while. But for now, we want to say to everyone that may not want to catch all the action coming for Flyby here in a minute, to be safe, God bless. We hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.